Old concrete repair: patch, resurface, or replace it. So many homeowners get this wrong, and if you do it wrong, you're wasting like a ton of money and a huge amount of effort. So I'm going to give you 3 examples in this video to kind of give you a better idea as to whether you can determine if concrete is viable for resurfacing or patching, or if it really needs to be replaced, because you hear that a lot with concrete. They say, if you ask an expert, hey, how do I patch or fix this concrete? They just tell you, you have to replace it. There is no meaningful way to patch or replace it. And they're not technically wrong. There's no way to achieve that uniform strength that we had from the initial first pour, but there are exceptions here, and I'm going to give you some examples. Take a look at this existing garage floor here. This is about 50 plus years old, and as you can see here, there's a lot of, even in the parts that aren't that bad, there's some spalling of the surface layer here because it's so old. And then of course we've got these other areas with much deeper pitting, and this is very likely due to salt as a result of parking vehicles in the garage during the winter when there's a lot of salt. You see this really aggressive deterioration of the existing surface. You might be looking at this garage floor and thinking, well, this thing looks like crap. I'm looking at it and thinking, this is a great garage floor to look at a resurfacing option. So why is it I think that this garage floor is great for resurfacing? Well, because it doesn't have any major cracks or structural failures. That would be a really bad option. And if I saw that, I would say this concrete needs to be replaced, but I don't see that. I see a really old garage floor that looks absolutely terrible, but it's uniformly strong and it's held together over the years. It doesn't appear to be sinking. There's no cracks or elevation gaps, just some heavy pitting of the surface and some spalling of the surface layer. And that's exactly what an overlay product would be designed to fix. For an overlay like this for a garage floor that's pretty old and in pretty bad condition, I mean, there are some fancy epoxy finishes that you could use on garage floors, but this isn't the right one. For me, what I would use here is something like this Sakrete Top Bond product. This is designed for overlay work. Everything from feather finish, which is a 0 edge, up to about a 1/2 inch in thickness, which is exactly what we're looking for here. It's going to give us a pretty strong compressive strength finish at about 5,000 PSI, and a product like this Top Bond or overlay mortar is available from basically every manufacturer for concrete products. Okay, if the last example is a perfect substrate for applying an overlay to, here's a great example where an overlay is absolutely not going to work. See these cracks here? Any cracks like that exist in the existing concrete are going to transfer no matter what kind of, overlay product you use within a very short amount of time, if not basically immediately. Cracks like this are going to show up. So a crack like this happens when there's a problem with the substrate, the stuff underneath the concrete. And that's what's happened here. All of these cracks indicate that this concrete is moving. And I can see this very readily if you look at my level here. That's quite a bit of space to be having there. So the concrete is sinking. We have a downspout here that is directing water into this area, and the material supporting the concrete is basically just washing away. The concrete is sinking and moving, and that's why somebody's previous attempt at a patch here has failed. So how do you fix this? This is a classic case of replacement. Any kind of patch, any kind of overlay, any fix at all that you try to apply to this area is very likely going to fail. We need to resolve the water problem that exists in this area, and we need to have the concrete be thicker. And really, any patch approach here is just doomed to failure because the substrate moves. If the substrate moves, then there's nothing that you can apply on top that's going to last. So the cheap way to do this, the expensive way, is replace the entire sidewalk, and that's one way to go about it. But the cheap way here would be to make cut joints and just replace the problem tile area. That way we can jackhammer this out, and then we can deal with whatever the problem is here that's causing this ground to be moving, and then we can replace it with a new 4-inch thick concrete slab. I forgot to show you this, sounding with a hammer. Hear how that sounds nice and solid? Let's go over the failed area here. That's why it failed, and that's why this has to be replaced. And what you want to use to replace it with is something like this concrete mix product. This is going to give us about 3,000 psi final compressive strength, suitable for a general sidewalk application. If this were a high traffic area like front steps to your house, for example, I might recommend the high psi or the high strength mix, which is a 5,000 psi finish strength, versus the general mix, which is 3,000 psi. So here with the third example, this is a great example where a patch would go a long way. Now, you might have noticed this already. There's been a repair at some point because you can see a cold joint here. But interestingly, if you sound that, like this is what it sounds like down here where it's pretty solid. Nice and strong. So there's actually a really good bond here with this patch. This patch hasn't failed, but it has on the surface level. You can see there's a lot of heavy pitting and deterioration here, and that's very likely as a result of damage from salt. De-icing salts usually have a negative effect on concrete. The salts will turn into a liquid solution, will absorb into the surface of the concrete, but later when the water evaporates, you're left with this salt, this crystalline structure that grows, and it's that expansive force that creates this deterioration at the surface level here. This is a great option here for patching this particular surface because the patch itself between the old and the new hasn't failed. It's only the surface level that's failed. Using a product like a chipping hammer here with a chisel bit on the end would be the ideal product to use. What you would want to do is kind of just run along the surface, not a heavy attack. We're not trying to break the concrete. We're just trying to shave some of the top surface layer off because we have to expose a stable substrate to attach any patch or surface layer to. If this surface layer is weak and failing due to the salt damage or even just water erosion, we need to chip some of that away and expose a solid substrate to attach our patch repair mortar to. Now, you could use a product like the Top Bond that we were talking about earlier for the garage overlay, but a front step area is a high traffic area, a really difficult area for concrete long term. So using a high performance repair mortar might be a better option than an overlay. The overlay product probably achieves about 5,000 psi compressive strength after 28 days. Whereas this Cemental product, this high performance repair mortar, is much stronger at 9,000 psi after 28 days. It's also worth noting the area that I'm working on here is fairly small and controlled. This product sets up very, very quickly. That's why you wouldn't necessarily use this for the garage floor. Even though this is stronger, that's good for a garage floor, right? You would have a lot of trouble to use a product like this because it sets up so quickly. You'd have to be working at a frenzied pace in order to place and finish the product fast enough in the garage floor example, whereas the much smaller area that we're working on here lends itself very well to something that sets up really quickly and will be able to have traffic on it very soon. You could, with a product like this, have traffic on this area within 1 hour after pouring and placing the finish. So there are 3 examples where you can do an overlay and resurface old concrete, when you have to replace old concrete, and when patching would be a suitable solution. If you found this information helpful, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel here because I'm technically Steve. It'll technically help you if you do.